Bohemia was one of the most important kingdoms in Central Europe and the most influential kingdom within the Holy Roman Empire for centuries. But at some point it became a part of Austria. When did this happen? Maybe some context first. Slavs established themselves in Bohemia around the 5th and 6th century. During the 9th century, Bohemia was founded as a duchy under Great Moravia, an important Slavic kingdom laying the foundations for Czechia and Slovakia. But the Duchy of Bohemia wasn't all of Czechia, just this part. This other part is Moravia, hence Great Moravia. By the 10th century, Bohemia crystallized and was consolidated by the Czech Prince dynasty. This dynasty also managed to conquer Moravia. Rastislav II reigned from 1061 to 1092, received permission from the Holy Roman Emperor to style himself King of Bohemia. However, this was a non-hereditary title, meaning his successor wouldn't receive the title. In 1198, under the rule of Ottokar I, it became a hereditary title though. Under Ottokar II, grandson of Ottokar I, Bohemia managed to conquer parts of Austria and also against Hungary, with Bohemia finally having a coast, so Czechs saying ahoy while being landlocked isn't weird. But during another invasion of Austria, in 1278, Ottokar II died. Following this, Bohemia shrank again. The Presmolid dynasty ended 28 years later in 1306. They were replaced by the Luxembourg dynasty in 1310, who also grew the kingdom to this size. In 1355, Charles of Luxembourg, King of Bohemia, became the Holy Roman Emperor, arguably the height of Bohemian power. Let's skip a bit ahead to the end of Bohemia. In the early 15th century, Bohemia was internally divided between Catholics and Hussites, which resulted in religious wars. In 1436, an agreement was reached that granted moderate Hussites, the Utraquists, some religious freedom at the cost of the power of the Catholic Church. 1 year later, the Luxembourg dynasty ended, and this is where the end of Bohemia gradually began. By 1471, Bohemia came under the control of the Catholic Jagiellon dynasty, the same one that ruled Poland, Lithuania and Hungary. Specifically, Ladislaus II became King of Bohemia, and later also King of Hungary in 1490. Thus, both kingdoms entered in a personal union. In 1516, Vladislav lost at chess against the Grim Reaper. His son Louis had a bit of tough luck, borrowing the Ottomans who conquered most of Hungary, except Upper Hungary, and killed Louis in 1526 at the Battle of Mohacs. Following Louis' death, the remaining kingdom of Hungary came under Habsburg rule, because they married their way into that. In the same year, the Bohemian estates elected the Austrian Archduke Ferdinand as King of Bohemia. Bohemia in itself continued existing all the way until the breakup of Austria-Hungary, but this is when Bohemia disappeared from non-administrative maps for good, especially after the Bohemian uprising of 1618 against the Habsburgs, which was crushed in 2 years and resulted in the Habsburgs centralizing the Bohemian part of their realm.